Rising sun hits the sky, see it open before us. Take these hopes, hold them high. Every step takes you closer. Oh, 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 oh. The stars will show us. Oh, 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 oh. It's all waiting for us. Every turn a living color. Heaven knows what we'll discover. A story in the making. The world is ours for the taking.
Open fields, distant shores, every anticipation. Getting lost, we'll explore with no hesitation. Oh, 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 the stars will show us. Oh, 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 it's all waiting for us. Every turn a living color. Heaven knows what we'll discover. A story in the making. At the start of something greater than we could uncover. Holding on to all this wonder. A story in the making. The world is ours for the taking. Rising sun hits the sky.
Take these hopes and hold them
Good
high.
morning.
Good morning, handsome. Come sit by me.
You know what? I believe this is going to be a really good day.
The best day. Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are
Two Crazy Ketos. And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and then every Monday, we sit down on a couch for Keto on the Couch. We just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I feel fantastic. We went to bed really late, like after 11 o'clock, 11:30, going on 12, and I was up at 6.
I know.
And I kind of
I know.
Sorry. I kind of expected that I'd be groggy this morning because I was thinking going to bed, oh, this isn't a lot of sleep.
Right.
But I feel fantastic. So happy surprise.
I was reading through comments yesterday, and I wanted to address them. First of all, I want to say welcome to all of our new subscribers.
Yes,
We're so
welcome.
glad you guys are here. If you are new, we have an incredible community here over on Facebook. We have something called our Facebook family group. There is a link down below that you can go join. There are no keto police in there. We have some phenomenal moderators in there. And you can go in there and share your recipes, your stories, your wins. Somebody yesterday during the live stream suggested we come up with like just a success story thread, which I've got to figure out how to do that.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's great. And if Facebook's not your thing, we're also on Instagram, and we are on MeWe.
Mm-hmm.
We have a group in there, a family group as well.
And we also have a Discord channel, which we're starting to be more active in the Discord channel. So we just want to say welcome to everybody. We hope you find a nice little supportive family here, because that is our goal. That is our mission. And we just want to be there to hold your hand and to celebrate your wins and answer your questions.
Yeah.
And one of the questions we got yesterday was about having too much fat. Because it's kind of interesting in doing keto for the last 4 years. I've kind of watched this roller coaster. And when we first got started, it was like carbs, of course, are bad.
Right.
But
that has not
protein is
changed.
bad too. Eat a little bit of protein, eat a whole bunch of green leafy vegetables, and eat as much fat as you want.
That's where we started.
That's where we started. And then somehow we all of a sudden went from, I don't like percentages, but eating a diet that's like 75 to 85% fat from calories, to let's eat really high protein and we don't need any fat because we have fat on our body.
Right.
And the person wanted to know, where did that come from? I don't know. I believe that the truth, as we say all the time, lies somewhere in the middle, which is why we really love the whole one-to-one concept. The whole one-to-one concept is, if you haven't seen our video, I'll leave a link for it up here. It's like our step 3 on how to get started on keto. And it's not our idea. It's from actually Dr. Ted Naiman. But the whole idea is you take what is either your ultimate like goal weight, your dream goal weight, or what is your lean body mass, and you're going to eat that many grams of protein per day, and then that many grams of fuel, which is a combination of carbs and fat, keeping your carbs under 20 or 30. So, for example, if you want to lay 150 pounds, you'd eat 150 grams of protein, 130 grams of fat, and 20 grams of carbs.
And we do total carbs.
Yes, we do total carbs. And what that does is it's giving you like equal fat to, protein, or fat to protein, or energy to protein. It works for us. Now, Dr. Berry just talks about this BBBE challenge. It's pretty much the same thing.
It is.
Why are we not counting up how much fat we have? Because when you're just eating a whole bunch of meat, you're not going to be able to overeat. We really thought we were going to be able to overeat. We were counting on being able to overeat.
Well, and because the food that we are eating they're naturally falling in those categories. You eat a ribeye, you're looking at a perfect, 1-to-1. When you're eating an egg, you're looking at a 1-to-1. So if you're eating the certain right foods, then you don't have to be calculating your macros, quite in the same way as you do when you're trying to balance it because you have other foods, that play a part in it.
Right.
We're not worrying about like, do I have too many carbs in my energy side? No, because there's like none.
Right.
So that makes it a lot easier.
And I can just say that, again, don't know what the scale says. I know I feel good, and I know this. If at the end of this, I don't lose a pound.
Right.
If at the end of this, I've stayed the same weight and even stayed the same size, I honestly would consider that a success, because we're eating, and we're eating delicious food, and we're back to butter in our coffee, which we had become afraid of having butter in our coffee, and we're back to eating breakfast, and we're eating whenever we're actually hungry, whether it be 8 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night.
Yesterday we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We had all of those things.
That was like a no-no for us.
No, and I didn't go to bed feeling, like gross, fat, nasty full, like the carb full,
right.
After Thanksgiving, where you just felt terrible. I feel fantastic. And we have to remember too, we are seeing body recomposition. We're seeing beautiful things as far as measurements go and in our clothes and things. But that wasn't the challenge. The challenge was
you won't gain fat.
There you go.
It wasn't even you won't gain weight. It was you won't gain fat.
Exactly. So, I'm not going in this necessarily thinking I'm going to be a size or 2 down on the other side of this. Would it be nice if I was? Yeah, that'd be awesome. But this was really more about feeling good because I am eating the right food and also working with the hang-ups that I've had with food in the past.
Yeah. Now, with all of that being said, can you eat unlimited, copious amounts of fat and expect to have results and lose weight? I don't believe so.
I don't either. And, we are trying to be more sensitive to feelings of fullness because in the past, have I been able to push past the fullness and just keep on eating? Yes, I have proven that to myself, that I can eat beyond being full. But I think that was connected a lot to my insecurity that I have to have this in the moment right now and eat everything I can have in the moment because later food won't be permissible to me. So now that is out the window and I have this feeling of, it's okay, Rachel, you can eat later if you're hungry, then that takes the sting out of that as well.
Yeah, that actually brings up a good point because we have said that we have food insecurities.
Right.
And somebody actually gave us a comment and they were just like, I don't know if it's necessarily a food insecurity because food insecurity would generally mean you don't know where your next meal is coming from. But you actually had a really good point with that because we do believe it's a food insecurity, whether it's our mind or not.
Well, because we've learned so much, even, working with children and how we speak to them, we have to be sensitive that their perception is their reality. So you may not have, wanted a certain result. That wasn't the desired result, but you put it out there in a way that person perceived it to be truth. So in our wallet, we have enough money to be able to purchase a meal later today.
Right.
We don't have the insecurity of not knowing where our next meal is coming from. Praise the Lord for that. Like, I'm very, very thankful and grateful. And I don't take that for granted because there are millions of people going to bed hungry every single day with no access to food. And that is certainly just unspeakable, just a horrifying thing to have to deal with. I put myself in a prison that is not true, but it was in my mind that if I eat right now, I am not allowed to have food later. That this plate that I have right now is like the last plate on earth. Every meal I ate, almost thinking that it was going to be like taken away from me. I was going to have to feel guilty if I reached for food later on in the day. If I felt like I was hungry, I was a monster. And so was it true that I would not have access to food later on? No. But in my mind, the answer was yes.
Right.
So if I believed it was true,
whether it's rational or irrational,
then it was an insecurity that like I have to just eat everything in my sight right now like there is no tomorrow. And I lived like that for many years. And it's also what led to the closet eating. There was no reason for me to be eating food in my bathroom, unwrapping things and eating it in my bathroom. Like if I got caught, I was some sort of, thief that was going to go to family prison or something. Right. But I lived like I wasn't allowed to have that. I was a prisoner within my own home because of the fact that was
you put yourself in that prison.
I put myself in that with wrong belief system.
Yeah.
That wrong belief system that I better do this now because I won't get to have it later. It's not a good way to live. And it means that in the moment when you're eating, you overeat.
Right.
And you eat the wrong things because you have this, oh my gosh, I just have to have it now because I don't know when I'm going to be able to enjoy food again soon.
And that is one of the biggest things that this BBBE challenge is helping us to uncover. Because like we said prior, we had these issues that, yes, they were irrational fears, but they were fears to us. And the BBBE is just helping to really uncover these things and let us realize that, yes, we can have butter in our coffee.
Yeah.
Yes, we can have breakfast. Yes, we can have dinner, and it's not going to affect you badly. At least I don't think it is, because we feel amazing.
Right.
You know, and again, if at the end of this, I haven't lost a pound and I've stayed exactly the same size, for me, that's a win, because I didn't gain weight. And my belief before was I was going to gain a ton of weight if we ate this way. So getting back to the whole idea of, can you overeat fat? I do believe that you can overeat fat if you're not doing it properly. And that's where the 1-to-1 falls into place. So if you want to track, 1-to-1 is perfect, because you're basically saying you can eat at least this much protein and then up to this much fat. But if you bring that fat content much higher and you're trying to lose weight and you're not doing something to offset it, like a lot of resistance training, you could be gaining weight, because now all of a sudden you're giving your body way too much fuel, more fuel than it needs. When do you not need to do a 1-to-1 and track it? If you're doing BBBE.
Right.
If you are doing carnivore. Why? You're not going to be able to overeat that. Now, what do we mean by true carnivore? True carnivore would be basically eating anything from an animal, and including heavy cream and butter, but that means no stevia. Because what is the stevia going to do? It may possibly help you to overeat that stuff. And that's why Dr. Berry brought this down to beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, because he's like, you're not going to overeat. These are things that we tend to not binge on. He's like, because I asked him, why can't I have chicken wings? He's like, I'm like, they're nice and fatty, right? They're cooked in tallow if you get them from Buffalo Wild Wings. He's like, can you overeat them?
Absolutely.
I'm like, yes. He's like, that's why.
Yeah.
Because it's a binge eating food. And I want you to eat stuff that's not binge eating.
Yeah. If at the end of this challenge, all we do is let ourselves out of the mental prison, I am very happy with that. Because even in the moment, I know something's wrong. I know when I'm overeating, like, this isn't okay, Rachel, you need to stop this. Or, when you're going down the wrong path for a while, right? Like, know when you feel out of control, when you're eating too much cheese, when I'm eating too many nuts, I want to stop. Mm-hmm. But changing the behavior starts here.
Right.
If I could just be like, okay, Rachel, do it, I would have.
Right.
I would have done it. But we have to get to the root of why I am doing that in the first place in order for me to go down a different path.
Yeah.
And I think this entire challenge and just eating this delicious, nutrient-rich, correct food, proper food for my species has helped me to have the clarity of mind to be able to focus on doing something differently.
Yep. Okay, we're going to get our day started. If you are curious, we are drinking coffee. We each have 1 tablespoon of butter, and it is 1 raw egg with the egg white split between the two of us. I'm going to go cut the church. You're going to go set up the church.
Yep.
Right? Anything else we have going on? I have a game later on.
Yeah.
And then
lots of adulting.
Going to attempt beef ribs today if we can somehow fit it into the schedule.
I am in.
I do not have to ask you what you've got there because I know what those are.
We got some beef short ribs. We got these at that Carol's place. It's kind of weird because we don't usually buy them uncut. They actually were selling me the whole slab. And then what they did was they just sliced it into sections like this. So we're going to go ahead and prepare these. So the first thing, last night I covered them all in salt to give a little bit of that dry brine. Now I'm going to cut them into pieces and we're going to go ahead and put some mustard onto them because Rachel really likes them with mustard.
How do you know where to cut it?
Well, there's a bone.
That helps.
And so we're just finding like the middle of the bone and just cutting them like that. I don't know, I've never done this before, so hopefully I'm doing it right. So we got
it looks
like
correct.
This. So it's funny. I know when we found this butcher block table, you're like, I don't know about this purchase.
And now we use it every single day.
I love it for this. I love being able to just cut it and not have to worry about it. But also the fact that we have like an extra prep space. Oh my gosh, there's no bone in this piece. That piece, I claim it right now.
Is that giant?
That piece is mine. Look at that. That's all meat.
Oh my
that
goodness.
Is all meat. So now that we got these all cut up, what we're going to do is We're going to take these and then I'm going to put them back on this drying rack over here. And we're going to rub a little bit of Dijon mustard. This is just from Aldi. And we rub mustard over all of the meat because it tastes really good. And if you do it ahead of time, the mustard is just going to soak in and bring all of that flavor out. So now that we have them all covered in mustard, we're going to go ahead and put these back into the refrigerator until it's time to put them on the smoker.
So I'm here at the church setting up for this weekend's services. So everything is ready while we are in Las Vegas, and just finished a staff meeting, which was awesome. I love hearing everybody's wins for the week. And I was just rewatching the interview that we released today with Dr. Fit and Fabulous, Dr. Jamie Seaman, and it is amazing how much has gone on since we were in Nebraska. So she is talking about how lifestyle changes make such a significant impact on menopausal symptoms, and I am living proof that that is absolutely true. So when you talk about fitness and tweaking your diet, I think about how bad my hot flashes were, how bad my menopause symptoms were when we were in Omaha. And now what it's like just 2 months later after we have changed some of the things that we've eaten and started getting more fitness in. And it's amazing that I'm actually living the proof that what she's talking about in today's interview is absolutely positively true.
Okay, Anthony and I got home from work. I got the smoker going as soon as I walked in the door. We're just going to use the pellet smoker today because I have to go to my game, and the other one's a little bit more work, and I don't want Rachel to have to worry about it. You know, the pellet smoker is set it and forget it. The other one pretty much is too once you get it going, but I don't want to have to worry about a fire or anything like that. So we're going to use the pellet smoker today. I've got these delicious beef short ribs covered in mustard. I've got some Redmond salt on there. We're going to go ahead and put these on there. I'm figuring it's going to take about 4.5 to 5 hours. So it's 1:30 right now. So we're going to put them on there, and then I'm going to wrap them about halfway through. By the time I get home from my game, they should be good to go. I love the smell of the smoker. So we got the Rectech here. Oh, you know what? We're going to go ahead and clean those grates. So on the Rectech, the fire pot is here in the middle. I want to make sure everything cooks evenly, so I'm going to put it on both sides. And we are going bone side down. Excuse me, how did you get onto this side? How did you get on this side? Hey girls, how are you? What are you doing? I see how she got out. Somebody let her out right here. Are you trying to peck my phone? What are you doing? There we go. Now they can't get out anymore. Ooh, we just got something from Keto Break. Let's go check on the other baby who's still got a little bit of the Rhinac. Hey baby, how are you? Are you getting better? What are you doing? You're getting a little better. You're holding it up more. You're walking better. We're going to give you a couple more days out here. So what we're doing is she's got this little cage here. She's cordoned off from the rest of the chickens so that nobody beats her up. We've got this tarp over the top to protect her from the rain if it happens to rain. She's got food and water in there. And what we do is at night, we bring her in onto the patio and we put her in a giant tote. The tote's not covered or anything, but that allows her to get protected from any kind of critters that may be out here, like possums or something like that. She's definitely doing a lot better, but I want to give her a few more days. I just don't want her to get picked on by the other chickens. So I need to head out to my game, but before I do, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up those beef short ribs. This way they're perfect when we get home.
Well, it is a little bit after 4 and I am home from work, and we're not going to be eating until after Joe gets home, after the Zoom call with Bronson, which I'm so excited about. So I thought, you know what? I am hungry right now, and I'm having 3 eggs with a spoonful of the ground up hamburger bacon mustard combination that we had yesterday as just kind of like a filling. So quick omelet scramble. So my computer is ready and I'm gonna jump in the Zoom call with Bronson. I am so excited about learning more and exercising my freedom when it comes to fitness.
How did the Zoom meeting go?
It was so nice. Like, I love that we are setting some goals as a group. I do better if I have a group to do stuff with. I really do.
Okay, I'm really proud of you.
What's happening?
Well, this is your plate. This is my plate.
No, I see beef short ribs.
You ate all the pork
there.
belly. I should get all the short ribs because you
How
got all the pork
long
belly.
is that going to be lorded over?
A long time.
I thought you got bacon. Didn't he get bacon?
I got one slice of bacon.
I feel like he got extra bacon.
One slice, but you had a bigger piece of
to pay
steak.
for the fact that I got all the pork
The
belly.
slice of bacon, let's go back and rewind. The slice of bacon was because you had a bigger steak.
Oh, okay.
So I should get all the short ribs.
We know that's not going to happen.
Okay,
so it's
fine.
Okay.
Give me the plate.
Are you eating all those?
No. Okay, so basically we had 2 pounds of ground beef or 2.5 pounds of ground beef left over from yesterday. Couldn't refreeze it. So I just made up a whole bunch of smash burgers. Real simple. I just mixed it in with a bunch of the Redmond garlic black pepper seasoning. I put a little bit of mustard on. The mustard, by the way, is not so much for flavor, but to give a nice crust on the burger.
Which it does. Like, look at that.
It's like nice and hard. And then these are those Teton sausages. So I figured tomorrow, because I have to cut one house in the morning, because they're getting cut early.
Yeah.
So I got to cut one house, and then we have to try to do kids ministry, and we have to leave for the airport by 5 o'clock. So I want no cooking tomorrow.
You're done.
So maybe some eggs. That's pretty much it. We can throw some eggs on there, but no cooking outside.
I get that.
So we got a whole bunch of burgers and hot dogs, and if the short ribs aren't enough, we can dig into this. So these aren't hot dogs. Those are the Teton sausages.
Those are no ordinary hot dogs.
And then we've got some beef short ribs. So if you put out the plate, I will divvy these out. So I'm really proud of you because I know you were able to run the Zoom. Of course, you started a meeting. I don't know how you accomplished. Bronson is messaging me like, I can't get in. It says there's a meeting going on.
I can screw things up in such a unique way.
I'm proud of you.
People can't even figure out what I've done to help me.
I don't know. I don't know what you did, how you started a new meeting when we already had a meeting scheduled.
That's how we do.
But I'm really proud of you. I was able to be in there for a little bit of the meeting. And I was trying to get everything cooked. And
This is muy importante.
very, very important.
That we get mama's food.
Can you reach down there and grab some towels out of the bottom drawer?
Oh, okay. This is not a job for a napkin.
No.
This is going to require a towel.
So I'm excited to try these beef short ribs. I know it's probably not enough because this is really the only thing I'm eating. Have you eaten anything else today?
I had 3 eggs mixed in with a spoonful of the hamburger that we cooked yesterday, the ground beef. Is it good? Do we have a fork?
Oh my god.
Not that I usually need one, but...
Yes. Here you go. I had one of those meat sticks this morning. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
These are worth waiting for. So how was your day?
Day was actually really good. I got the cutting of the church done. I was able to come home. I got a little bit of work done on the computer. I got all of the computers at church set up. I'm almost done with yesterday's vlog. I've got like one little clip left to put in there. Then I had my game. We got ribs cooked, obviously. No issues at the game. That was the best part. No issues at my game. Done in
That's
an
awesome.
hour and 15 minutes or something like that. It was a middle school game. And then I was really excited because right as I was getting ready to leave, I got like a report from our assigner for youth football. He sends a weekly report to the board that oversees the whole league.
Nice.
And pretty much put a stern thing. It's like enough's enough with the adults at the games between parents and coaches and league reps saying like, if you don't get a handle on them, I mean, this league has always been considered the premier league because you go above and beyond and you've always run your league better and there hasn't been a bunch of nonsense and gambling and all that kind of stuff on these games. And this year is kind of falling short. And there's a lot of officials who are like, I'm done. And I may be one of them. If they can't get a handle on the coaches and on parents, I mean, I'm there because I love the game and I love just being out there officiating, but I'm there for the kids. It's so cool when you get to see a kid in high school
Grow
and
up.
and grow up, and you're officiating them since they're 7 years old, and you watch them grow. I've seen kids go off to college getting scholarships. I mean, right now, someone who I officiated since he was 7 years old is featured on the Netflix documentary QB1. How awesome is that? I'm
so
actually
awesome.
in one of the clips in the thing, but
How cool.
I watched him play from the age of 7 all the way through high school and end up as a quarterback at the University of Kentucky.
Yeah.
I've seen kids get all the way to the NFL, and I love that feeling, the fact that I get to help mold these kids. That's why I'm there. It's not about the money, but I'm not there to get cursed at by parents who don't even know what a rule is.
Or chased or threatened.
Oh, I mean, we were chased to our car on Saturday.
It's very nice to know that somebody's got your back, though.
Yeah. So hopefully the league is going to take that, because there's a lot of guys that are like, yeah, I just don't want to do that. I mean, people are already not officiating in all sports because of this. They think that their kids are in the NFL at the age of 7.
Well, and just because someone's correcting you, which is what your job is,
Yep.
to make sure that the rules are maintained, and sometimes that means that, you're on the side that we have to correct, that helps make you better. I was, it was interesting being in the Zoom with Coach Bronson and listening to him, put the challenge out there to continue getting movement in every day. And there's always a little bit of like a rebellious spirit inside of me that's like, I don't want to, I don't want to get better. I don't want to lift heavier. Like, I don't want to do more.
Right.
What's the minimum that I can do? And I love that he challenges us, because he's making me better. I don't have to be angry at that. Like, he's making me better.
Yeah. So, he actually had a really good point. Somebody had asked, I was driving home, so I don't know who it was because I couldn't see faces. But somebody said, I'm having trouble getting moving. I can't get motivated. And he said a great thing. And he was like, listen, if you have to, just get up and drive to the gym. Sit in your car in front of the gym for 5 minutes and then go home.
That was so powerful.
And I know everyone's going to be like, that sounds really stupid. But when I heard him say that, I'm like, that's brilliant. Why? It's creating a habit.
Yeah.
Because you may do that every day for a week. And then the next week, you're probably going to say to yourself, boy, this is kind of stupid. I might as well go in through the front door.
Exactly.
And then maybe you only go in through the front door and you go to the bathroom. And then you come back out. But every week, you're going to get a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. I mean, I know I heard you say something about, and I've been like, I don't understand why you're doing it. Sleeping in a leotard, because this way you don't have an excuse when you get up in the morning.
I have to be ready, because
Cut out the excuses. That was from Jen, I think.
I am my biggest enemy when it comes to doing stuff that I know is good for me, but I don't necessarily want to do. So I am the biggest obstacle.
Right.
So if I dress this obstacle and do everything but put her sneakers on, I'm that much closer to getting out the door and actually making it happen.
I can't tell you how many times I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I don't want to go to work. I mean, I'm sure everybody has that, right? But we have to do that, right? We have to take away the excuse because we need to make money. We need to get our job done.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing like this. Our health has to be a priority. And like he was talking about, if you're not pushing and pulling and exercising and working all your muscles, as we get older, it's going to become a huge problem.
Yeah. And I don't want to look back and think about all of the times that someone challenged me to get moving and I just ignored it to the point where I've atrophied in some area of my life.
Right.
I don't want to miss out.
Okay, so I have a quick question for everybody. I was going through comments today, and there were a few people who asked, I don't understand why you're eating, when you're doing these vlogs. So I wanted to clarify. The whole idea of these this is a challenge of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And people wanted to see, what are you eating? And people seem to be very interested in what you're eating. So we're not eating our entire meal for the most part.
Oh. But should we just show it? This is what we are eating?
But, the whole idea originally was, here's what we're eating. We'll talk a little bit about, how we're feeling, and we'll turn it off. And they've kind of turned into longer vlogs of interesting things that may happen throughout the day because people have said they want to see that. Let us know. Do you want to see that? Do you just want to see, here's what we're eating, and turn it off 3 or 4 minutes? Or do you like seeing Anthony and I install a microwave, which I need to tell him the back is kind of a little bit high, and we kind of need to take it down and lower the back bracket a little bit, but he's going to yell at me if I do that.
You better not.
I'm going to wait till we get back from Vegas on that one.
I don't want to be here when that
but
happens.
I'm curious, do you not want us to eat? Do you want us to be here's a picture, and not even show, like, talk, but just show a picture. For lunch, we ate this, or do you like seeing how we prepared it? We're trying to add in, like, as we prepare it. The only reason there's no real video of me making the smash burgers and the hot dogs is because it's dark outside already.
Yeah.
And so, just let us know down in the comment section. This channel is for you guys. It's not like, hey, I just want to show off cooking skills, or hey, like, I'm really horrible at doing exercise.
Joe knows what I look like when I eat.
This is really designed for what you guys want. It's your channel. We want your input. And I was thinking, without telling you, running you by on you, we're going to start putting out polls for our channel members as well as our Patreons to help guide us, especially with our live streams. I want us to start. We're going to start coming up with every week 4 or 5 topics and putting it out to vote. Even though our live streams are kind of all over the place, and it's whatever comes up during the live stream, we'd like the live streams to have a main topic. For example, how do you figure out your electrolytes, right?
There you go.
And we can say that's the topic, and then whatever happens, but at least have some kind of talking point to start. So this is your channel, so we want to start putting it out to you guys, and we're going to really focus on our Patreons and our channel members, because those are people who are helping with a little bit of extra support to say, what would you like? You know, what kind of content do you want? So let us know down in the comment section.
Especially as we emerge from this challenge in November.
What should we do in November?
What do you want to see next? Speaking of November, though, I see something to the right of you. You're going to want to reincorporate back into November. I can't believe they came out with this flavor again.
The best flavor.
When you can't have it.
Keto Brick. I mean, not Keto Brick itself. Keto Brick in itself is awesome. I like the new packaging. Buttered maple pecan. This just came today. These are coming out on Sunday. This is absolutely the best flavor Keto Brick. Hands down, if you like butter pecan ice cream, this is the best flavor. I'm not giving these away.
Right.
Sorry, they sent me 4. I will be buying a 30-day supply of these things.
Because then when they're gone, you never know. Are they coming back?
It's next year.
Yeah.
It's next year. You're getting them back next year. And at least that's so far as I know.
They're having a baby next year.
Yeah, I know.
That's going to be
Are you excited for this? You excited for them to have a baby?
Can you imagine how gorgeous that child is going to be?
I know.
Gorgeous.
So yeah, Keto Brick. If you don't know what Keto Brick is, this is a meal replacement bar, but it's not your ordinary meal replacement bar. First of all, it is super, super clean ingredients. This is 1,000 calories. Now, you don't have to eat the entire thing in one sitting. We a lot of times will, like, I've gotten to a point now where I'll take a couple bites off and put it back in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
If you really want to be careful, we've got a video on how to melt them down into 8 different servings.
The pucks.
Just make sure when you're pouring it back out, you're mixing it. Otherwise, all the salt settles to the bottom. But these are super clean ingredients. They're great for on the go. Normally, I would be taking these with me on the trip, and I'm eating them on the plane, having one in the hotel so that if we need to eat, but I can't on this trip.
If we were ending the challenge today, you could have.
I know. This is supposed to be the last day.
I know. I'm sorry.
So this is, brand new flavor. Not brand new. It's reintroduction from last year. They're coming out Sunday. Use the link down below. If you use that link, it really does help support the channel. Crystal and Robert are huge supporters of us. They've come on our channel. We've interviewed them. Robert makes an incredible steak. If you ever get to hang out with him, tell him to fire up that grill and you want some steaks. We had some with him in Omaha. He brought his grill from Arkansas to Omaha.
That's just my kind of guy.
And was out there
in
10-degree temperatures grilling up steaks. It was just amazing. So, new flavor or reintroduction of an old flavor coming on Sunday. Set your clock. Hopefully they're not going to sell out. I will be buying at least a 30-day supply of them.
Coming to Joe in November.
Yeah, so don't order until I get my order in. I'll put a thing on Facebook. I got my order. Now you can guys order them. Because this may be one of the old-fashioned, like, refresh, because it's that good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to finish up. I haven't packed yet. I haven't even...
What a shocker.
I pulled the suitcase out during the Zoom call, but haven't packed yet. So we're going to finish this up right now so that you can preview yesterday's vlog.
Yay!
Today's supposed to be the last day. I guess it's not.
I'm excited it's not, because you know what? I feel incredible, and I'm not ready to mess with that in any way, shape, or form. Especially when we are about to go on a trip. I want to feel my best.
That's true. So just a reminder, Thursday is supposed to be our live stream. We are going to make our best effort to live stream.
Yeah.
I just realized we're supposed to be going out to dinner with everybody, and we have a live stream.
We'll figure it out.
That's going to be interesting. Well, the live stream would be, we're in Vegas. So that would be at 5:30.
Okay.
So we just got to, like, dinner can't be until, like, 6:30 or 7.
Well, I mean, everybody's not old like us, honey. So everybody doesn't necessarily eat dinner at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
When do we ever eat dinner at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Our dinner's like 10 o'clock at night.
I'm just
normally.
saying.
So, yeah. So we're going to make every attempt. Maybe we have to boost it up a little bit earlier
Mm-hmm.
or do it a little bit later. But, well, not later because that would be too late on the East Coast. But, yeah, we're going to make every attempt. So long as we have internet, we're bringing our camera. We're bringing my computer. We'll have the live stream. We're going to check in with all you guys tomorrow. Now, if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos that we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at our most recent video, which I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Till tomorrow.
Bye.